Welcome to the STEM Confidence Podcast, where we talk about how to turn your data into powerful insights. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the STEM Confidence Podcast. In today's episode, I want to talk about how creating stories with data makes your presentations better both for you and for your audience. I want to start this episode by talking about the foundation of data storytelling. Data storytelling isn't just about presenting numbers or data. It is about creating narratives around your data that resonate with your readers and audience. So without further ado, let's dive into the strategies to craft compelling stories with your data. First things first, we start by laying the foundation. Effective data storytelling starts with understanding your audience. Are you speaking to fellow scientists, executives, or the general public? Understanding your audience is a crucial step to make a story that makes sense. And this is why you should always aim to tailor your story to the level of expertise and interest of the people who are listening to you. Remember that your goal is to always bridge the gap between your data expertise and their understanding. And this is why, when crafting a narrative, try to simplify complex data to the maximum. By doing so, you enhance the comprehension of your audience and you make sure that they are able to follow your talk. Another thing to keep in mind is that you should use clear and simple language whenever possible. However, if you cannot escape the technical and somehow scientific jargon, aim to leverage the use of visuals like plots or figures to make sure that your message is delivered effectively. Clear and effective charts and graphs can actually be your best allies. This is because well-designed visuals not only make your presentation engaging, but also memorable. Remember that your data has to tell a story, and it is your job to make sure it is engaging. This is why it is very important to highlight the problem that you're addressing and demonstrate to your audience how your data provides the optimal solution. Since I find data visualization to be a crucial part of your data storytelling narrative, I believe it is totally worth to spend a few minutes discussing some of the main points regarding the strategic use of visual elements. As you navigate through the often very complex world of data, remember that a picture is worth 1,000 words. When faced with complex information or some scientific jargon, visuals such as plots, figures, or charts become your indispensable allies. The power of visualization lies in its ability to transcend some possible language barriers and also deliver the more complex details with more clarity. So, as you aim to simplify your data, consider which kind of visual representation would be most suitable for your audience. Well-crafted visuals not only engage your audience, but they also make it much easier for your audience to follow your data story. So whether you're talking about some intricate scientific findings or sharing some insights with executives, you should really harness the potency of visuals. They not only complement your narrative, but they also serve as a bridge between your technical expertise and your audience's understanding. Remember that in the world of data storytelling, a well-designed visual can really take your data story to the next level. Another important element to keep in mind whenever creating a data story is the context. Context is key in data storytelling. Explaining the why behind the numbers is essential to show their relevance and their significance. You should never assume that your audience will automatically understand the importance of your findings. It is actually your job to guide them through each and every step of it. But I often get asked, how can you do so? Basically, this means that you should start by explaining what is the importance of your work and emphasize why your audience should even be interested in it. This is actually a crucial step that often makes people stop listening to talks, and I've seen it happening time and time again. Just try to remember the moment in a presentation when you just shut down and stop listening. It usually happens because the speaker hasn't explained what's in it there for you. To make sure that this doesn't happen to your audience, you should constantly remind them why they should even care. That's why contextualizing your data gives it meaning, turning it from mere numbers and statistics into a compelling narrative that people can connect with. And finally, it is important to highlight that data communication is an ongoing process. This is why I encourage you to practice, seek feedback, and continuously refine your approach for better communication. Remember that it's not just about presenting information. It is about making an impact with your information and data. In conclusion, creating impactful data stories is a skill that requires intentional effort. This is why you should always aim to combine your expertise with effective communication strategies and watch your insights become truly impactful and memorable. Thank you for listening, and until next time. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you are ready to elevate your communication skills and transform your data into valuable insights, schedule a free discovery call on the link in the description.